Addy. Welcome to the incredible rotating Filk concert.
Well, folks, they called me up and said, we'd like you to do a slot on the Filk concert. And I said, I haven't played in 2 years. There are no calluses on these fingers. I'm using these fingers to write books, which are making me money. And then Bill called up and said, well, they really want you to do a concert. I said, Bill, blood blisters. He said, I'll get them for you.
Always a gem. We actually practiced some.
Yeah.
We didn't practice this.
No. Actually, we did practice a couple of things.
Oh yes, it's.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Oh, no problem.
As I say, if you wish to be kind to a rapid PhD bass player, G and chords.
D minor.
All right. No, it's not under D. It's under D. What are we doing?
We're practicing.
Good choice. Go.
Oh, okay.
It was a dark and stormy night, or so the heralds say, and lightning striking constantly transformed night to day. The thunder roared the castle round, where thusly runs the tale, and rising from the northeast tower there came a fearful wail. Sound effects and
Scared everyone in the county.
It was no beast nor banshee that the castle folk knew well, nor prisoner in agony, nor demon struck by spell, no ghost of mounted penance, nor soul in mortal fright, but just the countess singing, for she practiced every night. The countess was convinced that she should have been born a bard, and thus she made the lives of those within her power hard, for they must listen to her sing and smile at what they heard, and swear she had a golden voice that rivaled any bird. Vulture, maybe. The countess was convinced that she had wedded neither state, and so the worst lot fell upon her meek and mild fate. Not only must the count each night endure her every song, but suffer silent her abuse, be blamed for every wrong. Our court mansion It was a dark and stormy night, for so the bards aver, and so perhaps it was the reason why there was no stir, when suddenly the music ceased. And when John raised his hand, within the tower servants found the countess stiff and dead. The heralds came at once to judge if there had been foul play, and questioned all most carefully to hear what they would say. And one fact most astounding to them quickly came to light, why every moment of the count was vouched for on that night. Castle folk by ones and twos came forward on their own. Why the cat had never once that night been all alone, so the door of the tower had been locked tight with 2 keys to the door. One his, one hers. The count of guilt was plain himself for sure. Must have been a Californian herald. At length the heralds then pronounced her death as suicide, and all within the district voiced themselves quite satisfied. It was a verdict after all that none wished to refute, though no one could imagine why she tried to eat her loot. No.
Revision 1.1.
Maybe if he's got the words.
I gotta be here somewhere. Let's start looking.
No. Here we go. I don't know what the key is, but the chords would be G, B. There's E7 and A and B minor.
3's rep 1-1.
There's rolling hills and A. Only it isn't. I didn't do anything to this song. It's in here, okay? But it seems particularly appropriate since my dear friend and the woman who took on the unlikely and unthanked task of being my fan club president. He comes from New Jersey. So, okay, that's Walls Tempo.
chords.
Okay, don't look. Okay. This has a chorus which you can all join in the proper accent. When I die, bury me low, where I can hear the petroleum flow, a sweeter sound I never did know. The rolling mills of New Jersey. In Hoboken, there will be garbage as far as the eye can see. Enough for you, enough for me. The garbage dumps of New Jersey. When I die, bury me low, where I can hear the petroleum flow, a sweeter sound I never did know. The rolling mills of New Jersey. Down in Trenton, there is a bar where the bums come from near and far. They come by bus, they come by car. The dirty bums of New Jersey. When I die, bury me low, where I can hear the petroleum flow, a sweeter sound I never did know. The rolling mills of New Jersey. Oh, that was beautiful.
Takes it, take that home.
Down in Newark, yous will find marshes that stink like the monkeys behind. A smell alone will knock yous blind. The stinking swamps of New Jersey. When I die, bury me low, where I can hear the petroleum flow, a sweeter sound I never did know. The rolling mills of New Jersey. When I first started to roam, I wandered far away from Bayonne. Then I sat down and wrote this poem. I wrote an ode to New Jersey. When I die, bury me low, where I can hear the petroleum flow, a sweeter sound I never did know. The rolling mills of New Jersey. All right, let's see. We killed that. We killed that. And you really insisted on my voice.
One thing we probably like that.
Yeah. You know how to play it.
Well, no, but I figure I'll just make.
Here's another one. Okay.
What tempo would you like on this?
Lots.
This is, by the way, do the verses alternate?
Yes.
Oh, good.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Just gather all around me and I'll tell you, gals and gents, a story about a Yankee boy who had more guts than sense. A sad, tragic story that I'll swear to y'all is true by the soul of dear old mother and her bestest barbecue. See, this Yank flew in one day with a job some fancy critter up New York way told him was the best thing going. They called William Robert, my friends. Nobody warned him that here in the big OK, we do things a little different. Poor toad sucker. Now, William tried to fit right in with all us Okies here. He changed his name to Billy Bob. He changed to Lone Star Beer. He bought his hat and pickup truck. He bought his goose and vest, and every Saturday morning he'd lawn worship like the rest. See, down here in Oklahoma, we do things by our traditions. So come 8 in the a.m. every blessed weekend morning, you better be outside with your oar and your spreader and your weed whacker and lots of beer. Because you gotta work and sweat till your lawn looks just like heaven, kind of like old Oral Roberts yelled and put his hands down and yelled, "Grow!" And if you don't show up or your lawn looks kind of puny, your neighbor's gonna figure out you're a pinko quick. Your neighbor's gonna figure out you can't pronounce this stuff. Like a freebird, stinking pinko commie, and a libertarian besides. Well, Billy Bob done did his best. Of course, he really tried. But dandelions kept popping up and all his bluegrass died. Poor Billy Bob had never seen a lawn before, to see. He'd always lived in condos where the landscape work comes free. One morning, as it lays the sun deep down on his head, and Billy Bob was whacking weeds, a neighbor up and said, "Boy, what you do like that their lawn stopped to croak?" That's when something deep inside poor Billy Bob's mind broke. He hoisted up his weed whacker and he gave an awful yell, and he headed for his neighbor like a demon straight from hell. Next thing you know, that weed whacker is done stripped into the skin. His clothes was all in blue rags, and Bill was off again. He whacked the blue jeans off of every woman, man, and child, just mowed him down like waves of weed. I stole that from Cliff Lynch.
2,000 years of Irish history shot.
Wild. They called the cops, the sheriff, and the entire National Guard, but nobody could catch him, though they all tried really hard. You see, the sheriff said to old Ben, rather on the scene, he may have been a ditch before, but brained out like a bean. But now that he's gone psycho, it's a great unwritten rule that he's so smart he'll make the lawman look a pure darn fool. Well, just about that time, old Billy Bob made his appearance. He jumped out of the bushes with a nasty evil grin. His weed whacker was going nearly 90 miles an hour, and he headed for the sheriff like a sow goes for the trough. Next thing you come to see, well, there's the Tulsa County Sheriff standing there from God, CBS, and who knows who, wearing nothing but his boots, and the belt that held his pistol, his Buster Crab TV tummy toner, and his best Smurf boxer shorts. He vanished up into the hills, still wearing that big grin, and no one knows where he's hid out. Sure know where he's been, because now and then some hitchhiker comes running through the brush, wearing nothing but his sneakers and a sunburn and a blush.
So, you want to give me a hint? Is there an order that I have to determine what's here?
Have you heard of random?
Yes.
Good.
However, it doesn't appear to be random access.
Random is no access.
That's all right. We're going to this one again. So we're going to steal something from Dave before he gets a chance to do it at his concert. Wonder bar. For those of you in your animals. See, they're easier chords.
Buddy basis.
Watch the field behind the clouds and two straight dark roads. Feel the trickle in your clothes. Blow the dust cake from your nose. Hear the tractor's steady roar. Oh, you can't stop now. There's a quarter section, more or less to go. And it figures that the rain keeps its own sweet time. You can see, watch it come for miles. But you guess you've got a while, so ease the throttle out of there and re-rise again. And there's victory in every corner mile. Poor old Kuzik down the road, the heartache, hail, and hoppers brought him down. He gave it up and went to town. And Emmett Pierce the other day took a heart attack and died at 42. You can see it coming on, 'cause he worked as hard as you. In an hour, maybe more, you'll be wet, clear through. But the air is cooler now. Pull your hat brim further down and watch the field behind the cloud turn to straight dark rose, put another season's promise in the ground. And if the harvest's any good, the money just might cover all the loans. You've mortgaged all you own. Buy the kids a winter coat. Take the wife back east for Christmas if you can. All summer she hangs on when you're so tied to the land. For the good times come and go, but at least there's rain, so this won't be barren ground. When September rolls around, so watch the field behind the cloud. Turn to stray dark roads, put another season's promise in the ground. Now, like that, it's like that where I live. So, shall we cheer them up again?
Sure.
Let's cheer them up again. And you haven't played this one before, but what the hell? Aren't I kind to allow you to live in my house? Aren't I gracious to grant you the use of my chair? Aren't I wonderful when I give you a dead mouse? So utterly lovely beyond all compare. And don't you admire the virtues you see of marvelous, lovely, magnificent meow, 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 meow. I will carefully shave just selected dark hair when I'm lying on all the white laundry it did, and the white ones will go if I bother to layer on black velvet where they can be brushed off or hid. They look so much better that way, don't you see? They'll remind you of lovely, magnificent meow, 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 meow. And if you try to insist that I live on dry food, I'll either look thin, pathetic, sad, or I'd rather do something disgusting and rude, like eat it and throw up all over your pad. Only chicken and liver and fish naturally are fit for the palate of wonderful meow, 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 meow. And I really don't understand why you should look at anything else or have things in your hands. So I'll patiently lie on your papers or books and convince you to treat me as my rank demands. You know you should pet me when your hands are free. It's a privilege to fondle magnificent meow, meow, around meow, meow. And just when you're maddest at something I've done, I'll go do something else that's so touching, or sweet, or charming, adorable, silly, or fun. It'll just knock the stockings right off of your feet. You know you can't win, so I fight it, you see. I know you're a sucker for marvelous meow, meow, around meow, meow. I know you're a sucker for marvelous Larry noticed something about the cats. And he has a little routine for the cat on the other side of the door. Let me in! Let me in! Let me in! Open the door! Let me in! Let me in! You shut the door! You shut the door! Let me in!
Okay.